The Pale Blue Eye is the newest film that is coming out that is a horror mystery that stars Christian Bale as a detective who gets called in to uncover the mystery surrounding the death of a cadet. And when a renowned author to be comes to help him, things start to seem very different to what they were perceived. Now I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on this movie. Let me know in the comments below, what did you guys think of this movie? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash down that comment section below, smash that like button, click subscribe, and let's get into this review of The Pale Blue Eye right now.
It's only a matter of time.
Okay, so The Pale Blue Eye is a horror mystery that is coming to Netflix. Now, I was fortunate enough to see it on the big screen. I love that Netflix do have some of their movies releasing on the big screen because I think it's the only way to see movies. Well, not the only way, but the greatest way. It's the best way. And when you got someone like Christian Bale in your movie, it deserves to be on a big screen. So, the whole gist of this movie is there's a cadet school, and one of the cadets dies. And Christian Bale's character is a detective. He gets called in to like undiscover what the mystery is behind this, who's doing this, what is the case, how did this person die, and then he meets Edgar Allan Poe. So you guys know the famous author. He's in here, and then this is where he starts to help him out to undiscover what the mystery and what the elements of the murder really are. So that's the whole gist of the movie, and this is a movie that I wanted to see because Christian Bale's in it. I love Christian Bale. He's probably my current favorite actor right now that is working. I absolutely love him. I think he's absolutely world class. And again, he's phenomenal. Like, his performance in this movie is it's just what we come to expect. It really is. Has anyone ever seen Christian Bale do a bad performance? I haven't. He's just so good. And the portrayal that he has of this character is so freaking good because his character goes through a lot of stuff, and when the truth starts to uncover and you start to realize what is actually going on and the trauma that his whole character has gone through and the twist at the end with his character, it really hits you. And Christian Bale just does this fantastic job playing this character and emoting that emotion towards us and making us feel for his character. And the ending, I felt like, worked so well. They could have easily gone down a different route with the ending, but they didn't. It went down this way, and it worked so well with me because of that connection you have with his character, that you're rooting for this character, and no matter what he does in this movie, you are with him 100%, no matter what. So that's why the ending for me was so effective, and it worked so well. Now, I must give a mention to Harry Melling, the guy that played, I'm pretty sure it's Dudley from Harry Potter. He is exceptional, man. I didn't realize he was this good, but he was so freaking good as Edgar Allan Poe. He was absolutely fantastic, playing this quirky character that would speak in almost riddles to everyone, and like this quirky, confident guy that thinks he knows everything. Like, it was so freaking good to see him, and his dynamic with Christian Bale when they're on screen, especially the last scene when they're on screen together, the last scene that they are, was so good. Like, that, watching that, there's this one moment where Harry's performance, he as Edgar, he's trying to portray this message that he's giving to Christian Bale's character, and he struggles to say it, and it's so good in the way he acts it, and it ends with just him looking at him and then walking off, and it's so effective to be able to perform without words and to perform with just facial expressions like that. Just shows you that you have a talent, and he was absolutely exceptional when it came to that. Now, the story itself is riveting. I was invested the whole entire time. I'm sitting there trying to piece things together. What is going on? Like, I'm a sucker for a murder mystery film. This isn't a classic whodunit. I like some of the shots in here to add in that horror element. There's this really beautiful shot of where Edgar Allan Poe is walking down this dirt road, and it is at night, and there's this like fog around, and then you have the trees, and it gave me these very horror vibes as he's walking down there, and you just hear sticks breaking. You kind of like getting that feel. You're on the edge of your seat. You're like, oh my god, so what's gonna happen here? Like, where are we gonna go? Is something gonna come out? Like, there was so awesome when it came to those horror elements. There's a lot of them through here, and to connect it with the whole mystery element was a really nice touch that I absolutely loved. There is something that when you find out who's actually done it and what the purpose is doing, it's quite insane. It is absolutely insane. And you look, at the start, I didn't know who was doing it. I'm trying to put together what's going on and everything, but as you progress, you start to piece things together. And you start to get a hunch of what's going on. And then there's like a shot where you see it and you're like, okay. But then you don't really take much notice of it. And then it comes back to it in some other scene and you're like, oh my God, wait a second. You put 2 and 2 together, you're like, oh my God, it is. It is. So it was really clever how they did the mystery element and made you go along and keep you invested for so long trying to piece together what is going on. Because it's so easy for a murder mystery to just feel so repetitive. I mean, we've already had so many of these murder mysteries come out. So we've had like the Knives Out movies. We've had the Kenneth Branagh ones come out as well. We've had Who's Done, See Who Runs. We've had that Who Done It. We've had all these other ones. So in order to make it not feel repetitive, you have to find a way, a creative way to keep your audience engaged in the story and engaged in the mystery and trying to piece the puzzle together as they go through the film. And I thought this film did it really well. And adding those horror touches, I think, made it very unique and different to other ones that I have seen, but not going overboard. And then having the whole idea of the actual people who did murder and everything like that was a really nice touch. And the twist ending, I really, really enjoyed the twist ending as well. I never saw it coming once, but it made total sense once I found out what it was. And I was like, that's great. Absolutely great. So there is some gruesome stuff in here as well. Like, obviously we're dealing with murder and stuff like that. There is these really creepy scenes in here and like, oh, it's gruesome and I really like it. And yeah, I actually really enjoyed this film. It's a gorgeous little film. Absolutely stellar. I thought the dialogue was great. I thought the music was on point. I really liked the score of this film. It was very much on point with the scenes and really gave it that vibe of feeling like I was on the edge of my seat and keeping me with the thrill of the chase, trying to figure out who did all this. So between the performances, the writing, directing, everything, I actually really enjoyed this movie quite a lot. Quite more than I thought I would. So, and yeah, I think Christian Bale and Harry were absolutely exceptional. They carried this film on their backs, and I thought they did a fantastic job. So let me know in the comments below, what did you guys think of this movie? Did you love, did you hate it? Smash down that comment section below, smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Till then, stay safe, peace out.